Hey class, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Here's how to start investing with only $100. Okay, so instead of buying McDonald's, instead of buying liabilities, which are gonna be items that we just don't need to be buying right away, let's get in stack mode. Let's invest. Let's put some money into stocks, some dividends, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how we can invest with just $100. Let's jump into it. So the power is starting small, and the biggest obstacle isn't the amount of money; it's the delay. So start today. Okay, start today. I don't care if you guys have $50 even. Okay, just start today. Okay, start today. Start doing multiple things to increase your income, so then you guys can go ahead and invest more over time. Okay, but instead of just having your money being lended out by the banks, and while the banks invest with your money that's sitting in the bank account, you should be investing yourself. Okay, so you can invest in things like stocks. It's going to be things like ETFs and certain things that pay dividends, which is going to be quarterly money that you get just by investing. Okay, so find certain plays, do your research on certain stocks that you like, do your research on certain ETFs that pay out certain dividends and that move in a positive direction. Okay, and understand that the biggest obstacle isn't the money. Okay, the real reason people don't make money within the market, even if you have $1 million in your account, some people it's still not, and they are profitable. That's because they struggle with discipline. They don't know how to find the right plays. So make sure you guys do your research first, and then you're going to be able to understand that, okay, the amount of money I have isn't really that subjective. It's really about the trades that I'm making. Am I making confident trades? Am I making informed trades? Am I making sure that my take profit is relative to wherever my entry is? Okay, do I know where I'm going to exit? Do I know where my stop loss is? Okay, once you start understanding all those things, you'll understand that discipline within the market actually equals the profits. Okay, so even though you're talking about $100 or starting small, forget about the money. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys the full truth. The real reason people don't succeed in trading is because they're trying to get rich too quickly. Okay, it's about discipline, grinding day after day, and growing and compounding your account by being disciplined. Okay, waking up, praying to God. Okay, studying each setup and taking it trade by trade. Don't try to rush anything, and stop thinking or stop trying to get rich overnight. Okay, it's gonna take building, grinding, and you should be able to fall in love with the process. That's how you'll really get to where you want to achieve, inshallah. So the time matters, not the amount. The most powerful variable in compounding is time. Starting with $100 now beats starting with $1,000 next year. Do the magic of interest compounding on itself. Okay, so just start with your $100 now. So instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for it with you, just start now. Okay, go ahead and drop that money in your account and don't wait. Okay, time is not guaranteed either. You don't know when you're gonna pass, and just start going hard. We don't have time to think about anything else. Just start going hard and build the habit. Investing $100 consistently every month builds the discipline needed for long-term success, and it trains you to save and automate before the amounts get larger. And overcome fear. Starting small limits your downside risk while providing valuable real-world experience, and you learn how the market works without the fear of major losses. Okay, so study the market, paper trade, know how the market works before you start throwing even more money into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it 100% honest with you guys the whole video. The market is gonna make you guys humble. Okay, you have to self-reflect. Don't think you're gonna come into the market with ego. Okay, don't just try to throw all your $100 into a zero DTE play. Okay, take your time. Okay, throw it into a long-term play, really get the grasp of the market, generate some more income, and then keep funneling your profits. Even if you do win a day trade, all right, funnel that into long-term trades. Okay, whether ETF, stocks, whatever. Okay, this way your money's gonna always be making you money. Understand that money's a tool, not just a tool to go buy nonsense. Okay, money's a tool that feeds us. Okay, we use it to pay our rent so we can have a roof over our head, or pay a mortgage, or buy the house. Okay, and it's also used as a tool. Use it for your business, use it for your account to make more money, and real estate as well too. Okay, so even though it's a small amount of money right now, cultivate your mindset into thinking, okay, I need to start understanding how I want to distribute my money. Even after you make some profit, make sure you always withdraw at least 30% of whatever money you make, whether it be at stocks, your ETFs, your business, whatever. At least put 30% away for taxes. Okay, I personally try to put 50% away of all my profits away. This way, after I pay taxes, I have overhead. Okay, but you guys can go ahead and manage it how you would like. So step 1 and 2, the right broker and account. So step 1, pick a commission-free broker. So a broker is going to be a place where you're going to be able to buy certain stocks. You're going to be able to buy ETFs, okay, which are exchange traded funds, which are normally like a collection of stocks and stuff like that. And you guys are going to be able to invest. And you need a modern brokerage that allows you to buy stocks and funds for free. You guys can go to my free course at stackmode.net. And I have many guides on how you guys can go ahead and set up your broker account. So a lot of brokers have small commission too, which means that when you put down a trade, you're not going to be getting destroyed by fees. This is also why it's important to be putting down trades within a logistical basis. So you shouldn't be spamming a million trades a day, because fees can also eat up your profits. And fractional shares, okay? Fractional shares are also going to be something where you can invest with not the full required amount. So say a stock, say Stackmode stock costs $500 a share. Okay, if Stackmode stock costs $500 a share, even with $100, you'd be able to buy a fractional share of that. Okay, so you could just be able to buy a fractional share and you'd be able to own it. So instead of owning a full share, you'd own like a 20th of the share. Okay, for example, something like that. Okay, and you can use Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard. So, and open a taxable brokerage account. First tax account is a simple individual taxable brokerage account, and it's the easiest to set up and fund. Okay, so go ahead and set up a just simple individual account if you're not trading with the LLC, which I think you need at least $100,000 in certain trading profits to show in order to trade with an LLC first. Okay, so make sure you guys can withdraw your money too within a pretty quick and simple way, like instant debit card, in case you ever need to get your funds out, and have certain goals too. Okay, so what to buy? So you guys can buy low cost index funds like ETFs. So for new investors, diversification is going to be protection. Okay, so it says don't buy single stocks here, but I'm going to go ahead and just block this part out here. It's not true. Okay, you can buy single stocks. Single stocks are going to go ahead and be something that's going to go ahead and be worthwhile. But reason I do say that is because you guys need to know how to read the chart, and this is what we're going to go over here in just a second. Okay, reading the chart is going to be imperative. Do not buy single stocks if you do not know how to read the chart. Okay, so the goal of ETFs, they let you own a small piece of the entire US stock market. And for recommendations, they let you choose ETFs, also known as exchange traded funds. And some popular choices are like the VOO, VOO, and that tracks the S&P 500, and that's the 500 largest US companies. The NASDAQ 100 is going to be the largest 100 tech companies, and Dow Jones 30, also known as US 30, and also known as YM, is going to be tracking 30 companies. And VTI as well, it tracks the entire US stock market with over 3,000 companies. And the magic of fractional shares as well too. So in case you don't have enough money to buy the full ETF or stock, okay, and you can go ahead and either buy $100 in shares, or you can buy fractional shares. Okay, so you could buy a small cap stock. When a VOO costs $400 per share, then you wouldn't be able to buy a whole share because you only have $100. So fractional shares let you buy $100 worth of VOO, giving you 0.25 shares. And $100 divided by $400 equals 0.25. Okay, and all growth and dividends apply to that fraction, immediately diversifying your first investment. Now, I need you guys to just make sure that you're knowing how to read the chart before you invest into those normal stocks, because what you might do is just buy all-time highs and then get pulled back on, or you might not see profit for a long time. Okay, so in just a moment, once again, we're going to go over how to just read the chart quickly. So your simple investment action plan. So 1, fund consistently. So commit to transferring money automatically. If $100 is too much, do $50. And consistency is more important than the initial amount. Consistently put money in your account, consistently stay down, live way below your means, and just keep investing, letting your money make more money. Ignore what everyone else says. Don't listen to what certain people say. Okay, it doesn't even matter. Okay, just live your life. You know what you're doing. You know what you have in the stash, and you're in stack mode right now. You can't let anyone tell you anything. Okay, only God can judge you. You're good. Okay, and automate the buy. Use your broker's auto invest feature to buy your chosen ETF. Okay, also for like VTI, for example, immediately after your deposit hits, and this is called dollar cost averaging. So you can go ahead and do auto investing if you want to. You could do that with certain things too, like Bitcoin, certain cryptocurrencies. You're also going to be able to invest into, as well as dollar cost averaging. So just when you are investing, make sure that it's a consistent thing. Okay, you can't just put $100 in something and expect to get rich immediately. Okay, and you can't really expect to get rich immediately at all. So you need to be understanding that you have to be constantly funneling money into this. So that's going to be your start, and start building your pool. Turn that $50 into $5,000. And don't forget that a lot of this is going to be saved too, because especially when you invest in something that goes up within a positive direction, okay, a lot of the times your money's just going to be growing positive equity. And ignore the noise. Okay, have a 20-year view on the market. Check your portfolio quarterly, not daily. Your time horizon is in decades. As short-term market drops are buying opportunities, not reasons to sell. Okay, so buy the dips, and just in a second, I'm going to show you guys how to identify the dips. Okay, so you need to be being patient when it comes to waiting for your trades. Okay, so when you're waiting for your trades, you need to understand two things. Okay, one, okay, have a goal behind your trade. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you the types of setups that I like to take. Okay, so one, we're going to go ahead and talk about how if market, especially if I'm investing in something I'm expecting to go in an upwards direction, and that's the whole goal of investing. You're trying to make money by buying and holding, okay? Getting percentage equity curves and positive gains on your original dollar, okay? So there's going to be two things that you need to know whenever investing. One, okay, when it comes to the stock market, cryptocurrency market, ETFs, whatever, understand that the goal of them is to go within an upwards direction. There's people behind these stocks, people behind these cryptocurrency tokens, coding, putting in tons of effort, investing into it behind the scenes, putting in a lot of grind and effort in order to grow the company or cryptocurrency token. Okay, so they're definitely trying to get their piece of the pie and have their token go up or have their stock go up. So know that an area of resistance is always trying to be chased and broken. Why? Because price cannot go up until price breaks an area of resistance. And what areas of resistances are going to be areas above current price. And you can download things like TradingView to read the charts. And you can see areas above current price where you see price decided to make a dramatic downfall. So we're going to have an area of resistance here and an area of resistance here. Once price decides to pass these areas, price wants to try and progress to the next area. Now, understand that price can also reverse areas of resistances, and also know that price can break past areas of resistances and turn it into support. That's going to be one of the safest things you guys can look for when it comes to buying at the right time. So if you ask me, so Chris, how do we know when it's going to be a good time to buy? So check this out. One, you're going to be needing to use your higher time frames. I like to personally use my daily and 4-hour time frames for almost everything. Okay, then from there, I'm going to go ahead and analyze my trade. I like to go ahead and look above current price. Okay, make sure something has a good resistance above current price, because I know at least price has something to chase. If price is at all-time highs and there's no area of resistance above it, okay, there's not really much it can do. There's not really much progression it can make, okay? So price has to have an area of resistance above it in order for it to chase something. Price can keep going at all-time highs, but you're not going to be able to play structurally. So check this out here. So just like we talked about resistance, and that involves an area where people want to go ahead and sell whatever they're invested in, okay? And we have to remember that this is a left to right chart. So people got in from way over here, for example. So eventually, of course, they're going to go ahead and sell in areas like up here, an area of resistance like right here, yeah, an area of resistance here, area of resistance here, okay, and an area of resistance up here, yeah. And opposite of resistance, there's going to be something called support, okay? So you're going to see this area here where price decided to tap at this blue line and then go within a upwards direction, okay? So this is going to give us an area of support. And up here is resistance. So whenever you see price making a top and then falling in a downwards direction, that's resistance. Whenever you see price making a bottom and bouncing in an upwards direction, that's support. And remember what I just told you, resistance can sometimes be broken and turn into support, even if it takes a long time to come back to the area of where the resistance was. So check it. So price can come over here, okay? And we could see price create an area of support over here, okay? So once again, this is support. because price went in a upwards direction. And then we can see up here, price decided to create a heavy area of resistance. And we're using our higher time frames because it gives us an ability to see absolutely everything. Resistance. Okay. So that's going to go and be that. So we can go ahead and see over here something. Okay. Check this out. So we can see that this area of resistance created over here. Okay. We can see resistance got created. The price fell in a downwards direction and then bounced up. Okay. As we can see, price decided to also create retest here. So price broke the resistance, turned it into support. I like to call the first tap of what I call break and retest. Okay, where price breaks resistance, turns it into support, or price breaks support and turns it into resistance. That's the recommended model I recommend you guys play at any times. Okay, so when this happens, then you can go ahead and wait for resistance that was broken to be pulled back to. And if support gets held, then I recommend you guys go ahead and invest. Okay, you guys can go ahead and invest and try and take the sweep all the way back up to the upside. Okay, and catch your sweep like that. So investing is really going to take patience. If you are struggling to learn how to read the chart, I give you guys a free mentorship call at stackmode.net as well. So start now. Now that you know how to read the chart, no excuses. Go ahead and jump in and make sure that you guys have a broker installed. You can use Webull, Robinhood, any broker that just works for you. Okay. And you could buy ETFs, you could buy stocks, okay? You could buy penny stocks, okay? Just buy something that you've done intense research with, and you can go out and get investing like that, okay? Step right up to God, keep grinding. And once again, if you guys need investing help, head over to stackmode.net. Catch you in the next one. Peace.